to the late Spurs show with me, Tottenham Tantrum, aka Dermot, or actually Dermot, aka Tottenham Tantrum, really, and my mate, aka Cougar99, aka Spock, the Undertaker, as we both say, live Spurs and prosperous.
Oh dear. We've done the intro already. Should have done that before the intro. Never mind.
Never mind.
No, aren't we going to do 3 points and prosper?
No, we're going to do live long.
Oh, okay.
We're going to live long and prosper.
This is getting worse and worse. This show.
We need to behave ourselves tomorrow night with Mr. Barron coming on.
Yeah, well, sort yourself out then. Yeah. Right. Who have we got on the show tonight so far? Poor Mug's waiting for us. Carl Simpson, evening, mate.
Hang on. I'm going to call him Carl the King Simpson. Good evening, sir.
Fair enough, the King.
Thank you very much.
Bit of an Elvis fan, perhaps. John Fitzpatrick. Hello.
We've got John Zulu Fitzpatrick, the man that flies to TGG.
It's literally the first name that flies into your head, isn't it? Right.
And then, oh shit, yeah, I know what he's after. And then we've got, actually, sorry, hang on. We've got Carl. Who's part? Carl. Think of another Star Trek.
No, it's more fun waiting for you, mate. I can think of lots.
You can. Go on, give us one.
No, I'm waiting. I want you to.
Okay, Carl the King Simpson to do that.
That's that famous Star Trek character. Oh, Kingy.
Yeah. Well, Carl's like the Elvis of the family. It's like the Elvis of the. He's the king. He's the Elvis. So. Anyway, Dermot, can I get that Spurs Irish 11? I've got a bit of problem with that job. I'm still waiting for trying to find one more player.
Absolutely.
You will get it. You might actually get it tonight.
Cole's saying he's putting that in his signature.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I'm still trying to think of a yeah. He does like burgers, so we're definitely calling him the
King. Right, fair enough. I like burgers too. I'll be a king as well.
You look like Donkey King, but
Donkey Kong, maybe. Yeah, well, it's a bit more bananas. Nah, yeah. I prefer the burgers.
Yeah. John, you will have your Irish 11 by the end of the show. I will give it to you, so don't worry.
Carl Simpson saying he's getting that in his signature again.
Yeah.
Ben, are we going to acknowledge that Ben's here at all? Yeah. Oh, we will. Good nice evening. One, Dermot. You're on the ball, I see.
Yeah.
Get your naughtiness out now, lads. All your swearing, all your gaffes. Best behaviour tomorrow.
Excuse me. No one swears like the Kaufman. So.
That's true. That's true.
So we've got to think of a nickname for Ben now. Ben. Ben. Who's the captain of the Enterprise?
What, Kirk?
No, the one that took over from Kirk. The fellow with the bald head.
Oh, the new one, Picard.
Ben Picard.
Ben Picard. No, I prefer Ben Kirk. It sounds like some sort of military operation. Ben Kirk.
No, I'm actually giving Kirk to somebody else.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
And we're giving it to our mate Mark Cousins. Mark Kirk Cousins. See, it rhymes.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
One thing it doesn't do is rhyme.
Anyway, just do that then.
If I could pick 3 words that don't rhyme, they would be good contenders for it. Okay. Evening, gents. I was watching David's show earlier and it turned into Mari's Love Lounge. Oh, it was fantastic. I was enjoying that.
He needed a bit of picking up after he got a bit annoyed, bless him.
Yeah, Tottenham Tantrum Gold had your back. David and Jack, yeah. We were there in force.
I thought Dave was going to turn into the Hulk. I could see the green coming. I thought he was going to Dave, smash. I'm only joking, David, if you're watching. Don't come on and shout at me. Don't come on and shout at
me. You can't dig out the Hulk.
Can you excuse me for a minute? I'm going to go and find out.
Okay. That was abrupt. John Fitzpatrick, Dermot, that's why I keep asking you, because I know it's next to impossible to get. even when he's gone, he just can't go, can he? Next to impossible to get a Spurs Irish 11. Yeah, it's pretty difficult. You have to hit the history books for that one. Gets easy until you start going into the midfield areas, and I found. Mark Simpson saying, Carl Simpson saying, Mark, it did indeed. That was about, turning into Mary's love lounge. It certainly was. Derek Hutchinson, big up, mate. Good evening, gentlemen, he says. True Set 3, he's back again. Hello again, mate. I went into a fight and a hockey. I went to a fight and a hockey goal. Is that goalkeeper? No, fight broke out. Something. What's he mean here? A hockey game broke. I went to a fight and a hockey game broke out, I suppose.
No, I went to a hockey fight game and a fight broke out.
No, I'm looking at it the other way round.
You need to get off the Guinness, man.
Went to a fight and a hockey game broke out. I'm sure of it.
Okay.
Yes.
Derek Hutchinson is the navigator that sits next to Mr. Sulu.
We should put a little background match on, shall we?
Might as well.
Something to watch. Okay,
we've got 13 people watching us. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss Steve Perriman tomorrow at 5:30.
Indeed.
Cody Mack is like Mr. Spock. Oh, who is Data? Carl Simpson is. Well, we're giving Data to Cody Mack.
Are we going to sleep tonight? I don't know. I tried to set up Brian to say I love Levy over on Shellside Spurs earlier, Cody, but I couldn't stay long enough to see if he bit the bullet.
Yeah. He will on here if he pops on.
We'll see.
Who is Data? Cody Mack's Data. Yeah.
She'll have Jack Kanicki's as Data, really. Stats man. That's all Data.
No, Jack Kanicki is Doctor Who.
That's not even Star Trek, mate. You don't start at the bottom of the barrel, mate. You can't. You need to aim a little higher first, then we'll descend. We'll try that one, shall we?
Yeah.
Right. I'm grabbing a video. Quick, look
Chris
pretty or something for a minute, Dermot.
Chris is in. Good evening, Chris. It said Chris on our Star Trek, Doctor Who, or Marvel. If Chris could be one of them, he would be. I would say. He would be. I say Chris would be Hawkeye in the Avengers. So that's Chris. He would be Hawkeye. Ben Kaufman, Picard was better captain and leader, but Kirk is just better. Well, yeah, well. Sorry, see, you're Picard, so get over it, Ben. Good evening, sir. How are you? Good evening, Ben. And John Fitzpatrick, looking forward to tomorrow to boss Perryman. Yeah, it's a true legend. He is. The skipper is coming. I don't know for me, but personally for me, I don't think this is for you and everyone else in the chat. I just see Perryman as, I just want to call him skipper, because for me he was like the skipper of my generation, if you know what
Absolutely.
I mean.
Greatest skipper in my lifetime, certainly.
Yeah. Spurs 72, evening Dermot Coover, evening Spurs 72, hope you're alright. Spurs 72, you would be in our little band of superheroes, you would be the Batman of the channel.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I love the way they started Star Trek,
yeah.
and we've only got about 2 people from Star Trek in it now.
Yeah. Chris says he'd rather be R2D2.
There. Oh yeah, why not? There we go. Little bit of Spurs Liverpool from 91, 92 season, I think it is. Only glanced at it just briefly. Another one of Duck Jive's fantastic videos. We'll give him a little big up in the.
If I put the link in, do you want to pop on for 5 minutes, Jack?
More than welcome.
Yeah, I'll put the thing in so you can pop on, Jack. Jack is our Captain Kirk of our little band of heroes of our little
Oh, sounds like Jack's actually doing some packing at the moment.
Yeah.
Is he? Oh,
Well,
we've got royalty coming in now.
We have now.
This is big time. Forget Perryman.
Yeah.
This is Perry's son.
This is Hollywood Phil.
This is Phil on the run from the guards.
Yeah.
This is Phil needing to find something to eat really, really quickly. As always.
How's the hitman job going tonight, Phil?
Yeah, very average.
Yeah. We're naming people in the chat. Hollywood or Marvel and Star Wars and all that, different characters.
Okay.
So we've got Jack said he's just gonna all right, Jack, we'll have safe journeys back to the Big Apple.
Jack's Obi-Wan, isn't he? Jack has got to be Obi-Wan.
No, Jack is Kirk.
Kirk? Who's Kirk?
Captain Kirk out of Star Trek.
Oh, freaking hell, that's just pointless. Nah, Jack for me, my man.
Right, we take it.
One.
Hang on, we're getting behind in these already. We're not.
Yeah, we'll go for it. Right. Yeah. Chris saying Phil at this big up.
Boom. You've only been on 12 minutes. That means you're already late getting on.
Oh, leave us alone, will you?
Yeah.
Shocking, gentlemen.
Right, look, Dermot gets what Dermot wants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want anything. It's up to you.
I was saying my prayers before bedtime, and now I'm forced to have something to drink and come on late night shows like this. It's terrible.
I've got something to break to you, Phil. Phil.
What?
Are you there? Are you still on the run from the guards?
Are you that pissed you can't tell the difference between me and Kuma?
Well, I can hardly see you. Going into the dark.
That's because, as usual, you've hidden me at the bottom. Actually, that sounds all wrong.
Does it? Anyway, let's get through some of these here, because we've got 20 people watching. Good evening to everyone that's in. Please like and subscribe and hit that bell for tomorrow. Come on, let's get through these.
Make sure you're there for 5:30 tomorrow for the Phil, Perryman, Coover, Dermot show.
I'm actually coming on tomorrow. I'm doing it from my in-laws' kitchen.
Okay, let's go for it. Shamu. Evening, Shamu. Good to be able to join us, mate.
Shamu.
I'm watching the visually impaired Lawn Bowls final. Epic, lads. Was he talking about us?
Yeah. Yeah, big up, Shamu.
From Star Wars.
Can I just say, this is the man that's going to get his question read out first, because he won our little competition.
It is.
Is that right? Hang on, I can't even. Is that Ryan?
It is.
Yeah.
Are we going to ask Ryan to send it in a little bit earlier, just so that we can have it in advance?
He did actually come out with it, and I forgot to note it down because we got sidetracked.
Right, can we get on?
I remember that it was a question on behalf of his dad, though.
Yeah.
Oh, good chat.
Let's get on with these, because they are backing up a bit.
Yeah. Ryan McFarlane saying that could do with him on our midfield now.
Actually, do you know what? He's 70 years old. I still have played in my head of that shit that was on yesterday.
Yeah, we're going to get on to that, Phil.
Ben Kaufman saying Coover is Zephram Cochrane 1000%.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one who invented the warp drive or whatever on Star Trek, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah. Phil started the warp drive. What are you looking for, Phil, to eat?
Something that's got starch or carbohydrates in it. So I'll have some toast when I get home.
Okay.
Definitely as always, overshot my insulin.
Oh no!
No, that doesn't surprise me. Right, okay, we've got Chris Phil and Tiz pick up. And Spurs 72. As long as I'm Christian Bale Batman. Yes, you are Christian Bale.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough.
The best one.
No, Michael Keaton for me is the best Batman.
It's clearly Adam West. None of the others can hit people and I get a big pow up here on the screen.
Yeah, Batman Begins. Actually, I'm airing towards Batman Begins was the best one of the three, but still at the moment, Dark Knight just takes it.
It was pretty classic.
I must admit, Heath Ledger as the Joker was very good, but Jack Nicholson's good. Ben Kaufman said Phil has become Terry Dodd.
Yeah, on the run, mate.
Yeah.
On the run.
On the run.
Have you smashed up your flat?
Yeah, well, I'm going to tonight. I'm going to after last night. Chelsea have ruined my life.
Just leave the cat alone. Just leave the cat alone.
John Fitzpatrick saying Jack is my favourite American. What a legend. Absolutely.
He is a legend.
Totally legendary.
Big brother. Big brother.
Jack, and Shamu saying Jack and Nicky, hopefully the chocolate has arrived, sir.
Yeah.
Cody Mack saying Dermot, who are you? Geordie LaForge. Oh dear.
I am the baby of this group, so yeah, I probably am.
Looks identical.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because I can't remember.
It's a ridiculous thing. It's just not possible. But somehow you've managed it.
In town, there was a circus tonight, and I entered the contortionist competition, and I entered myself, and I won.
Boom,
Okay.
boom.
Thank you very much.
Right. The truth sets
Hollywood
free
does have its off hours.
Yeah, it does. Anyway, the truth sets free says Phil the legend is a fish you to give for this little channel. He doesn't have time to watch little channels grow.
That's right.
Yeah.
That is right. We are just scum to Hollywood Phil.
Colin
He comes out of it. He comes on here out of pity.
Yeah. Go on, read this one out here, Kev.
Even Ben said to me, I'm keeping your chair warm today. I thought it was very nice of him. Big up to Ben.
Yeah.
Cody Mack said Colin from Talk and Ball is Dr. Crusher. Absolutely.
Thank you, Sir Fitzpatrick. Aaron, good evening, my Irish brother.
And so Spurs century. Did you get those sour jelly beans? Oh,
yeah.
Ben Kaufman saying to Jack and Nicky, brilliant show tonight, buddy. It was.
Yeah, I have to say, absolutely brilliant from David and Jack. Again, they do set the standards of how every show should go. I mean, I said it in the chat to them, but they are our mothership. I mean, we've all come from there, haven't we, Phil? Phil and myself, all met from there. So big up to David and Jack. You know, Dave, you're my Irish brother.
He's like the guiding light, isn't he?
Yeah, well, Dave's like Jesus, and we're like his apostles. And Jack is like Moses. So Jack parted the ways for us, and Dave just sits there, and we're just giving him his bread and water. So big up, Dave and Jack.
That's your opinion on Jesus, then. Bit of a Moses fan, I see. We need to transfer this. Jesus, it's all Moses. He runs it. Oh dear.
Unreal.
Right, Carl saying Phil's stalking outside the Dells. Carl saying, Phil, are you stalking outside of Dell's house again?
If I knew where she lived all day long, but alas.
He's out there hunting for the address.
Yeah.
Jack and Nicky, I bet.
Have you seen Adele?
Jack's saying, I bet they've arrived, Chamusa.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be the sour jelly beans, yeah. Okay,
I'll hit them, I'll hit them, I'll clip them, you hit them. Right.
Is that like your new rap?
That's, some sort of street talk, is it, Dermot?
It is. Yeah.
Really street, the man that wanted to do this at the beginning of the channel. Very street cred. Dermot, he's like down with the kids, man.
Yo, you hit it, I'll read it.
Yo. Right, I think we've killed him off now.
I'm back.
Sorry, Dermot. You skin up one of them high grades, mate. You'll be all right.
Yeah. Chris says,
you on the apple juice tonight, Dermo, or the Evian?
No, I'm on a thing called Lugazade. Oh dear. We sorted out the sound problem, Phil.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway, go on, read this out from Chris here.
Chris, evening, Chris. I'm officially on a free transfer to all streams now. Oh,
well,
that's big news.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're welcome. Wow.
So you've been released from the 4 Hotspurs.
They'll come back to us on that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris, if you want a home, you're always welcome here at TTG. We'll fit you in somewhere.
Absolutely. True Chat Street, great show it was. Yeah, over on Irish Hotspur it was.
It really was. Big up, Dave. And listen, don't be too upset, Sarah. We all love you from here. TDG has your back.
Shamu saying both you guys and the blind guys playing bowls. Actually won a few comps myself.
Oh, fair
What
play
playing?
to you.
I didn't know you're blind.
Neither did I.
Can't see it myself. Anyway,
No, I don't.
True Set Street, is that Adele in the background, the guy in the bottom behind him?
No, that's
You
just
guys, you
Phil.
guys are just. It's hard. It's hard when you're obsessed with someone that you can't get close to.
Of course, I'm sure it is very hard, mate. Very, very.
Yeah, very, very hard.
It's more than insulin you've had tonight, isn't it?
I think he's
Yeah,
had a
man,
few. I think he's had a few sherbets himself. Anyway,
No, I have had a few sherbet.
oh Lord Jesus.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Ryan McFarland. LOL. It was the best Spurs team we played with.
Yeah, it really was. And
Right. So I was just watching a little bit of the football. I forget we have it on sometimes.
Who are we playing? Is it, I can't see properly. So is it Liverpool, is it Middlesbrough, or is it Charlton?
I just want to prove something to Aaron. I fixed the fan problem. It's actually my electric fire that's going. I'm going to turn it off. So give me a minute.
Dermot can't tell the difference between a raging inferno and a fan, apparently.
I think he probably needs to get the lube out again, doesn't he?
I can fucking still hear you two. I'm not deaf.
You seem to be a little bit quieter last night when you lubed up.
You can't hear me. Your camera's off. Wait a minute. He's lip reading.
That'll be the tight jeans.
Jack saying no. He sent you a while ago. Chris, big up, Jack. Safe journey home, man. Absolutely. I hope it goes very smoothly, mate.
All the best, Jack. Leave the snow to get to the snow.
Is that
Aaron saying, yeah, probably, mate. Whatever. It's fine, mate. Aaron saying, Dermo, your fan on laptop is going to pack in. You can fix it with a €1 screwdriver set and a vacuum cleaner.
There you go.
I bought this today.
And he's nearly drunk it all already.
Yeah.
Was that vodka?
Don't want to know what that's for. You really don't want to know.
No.
True to three, big up to Jack. Some talk between the two. Oh, you are doing them, Mark? Then,
yeah,
are you?
I am, yeah.
Right, okay. It's just whenever you say that, you tend to stop doing them. Right, okay.
That's why I'm not here.
Right, Jack's just saying thanks to Chris. Yeah, some talk between people. Come on.
Ah,
yeah.
Come on, Dermot.
Big
so fast, Dermot.
Harland, who's just started following me on Twitter. I think he's looking for Adele as well.
All right. Cody Mack, Daniel Levy is the Grand Negus. He certainly is.
He's the Emperor.
Big yourself up, True, says Jack.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Imagine you come home and Jack Kanicki and your missus has just eaten it. Depends what you mean by that.
It's like, hashtag awkward.
Hashtag awkward.
Yeah, that's the first thing you do. Straight on hashtag awkward.
Do you ever see the M&M advert when the man comes in and the M&M's in bed with his missus?
Oh, I thought you meant like the Marshall Brothers when you said M&M. I thought you were like talking the real Slim Shady, not.
Just watch your back there. The guards are catching you.
It's fine. Duck in.
Alex saying hi and bye. Cheers, mate.
Saying the truth.
Not really. Oh, he's spamming already. Might have to put him on a timeout, you know.
Yeah.
Ben Kaufman, Adam West is the best Batman. Pow, thwack, twang, damn
Ben,
right.
come on.
Quality Batman.
Fail and everything.
Aaron, can you do a Spurs Irish 11? It's not easy, I'm telling you.
It's not. It's definitely not. You would have to go into the history books, I'm sure of it.
No, most of them
Shimoo's
are
talking to
pretty
Jack.
awful.
How
Hilton.
dare you say that, Phil?
What did Phil say?
That most of the Irish players are bloody awful.
He's gone.
He's gone.
Gone.
Hollywood timeout. Right, what else
Aaron
we
Dodd.
got there? John Fitzpatrick. Are the Spurs all just all-timer Irish?
Well,
just Spurs.
just Spurs ones, yeah. He's still talking away, you know.
Jimmy was saying you need more emphasis on the I and the R. It's sir.
Ireland.
No, depends. Well, it's sir, like that. Or is that too much now? I don't know. He's picking a fight, Dermot. I think. Right.
Phil. Well, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. Phil's just got in.
Okay.
He's wearing a medal around his neck.
Hang on a minute. I've chosen the wrong match. Liverpool have scored a goal.
Well, that evens it up because I choose the one we lost to Chelsea, so that's 1-0.
You jinxed us, didn't you?
I know. Aaron, my Irish brother. Big up, Chris.
John Jack's replying, I'll check on it, sir.
Cody Mack said, how come there's two Holly... Oh, we've got Brian in. Okay, I'll bring Brian in as well.
Hollywood Phil is Q, definitely.
Surprise!
He's in.
Oh, let's get Brian up the list.
Oh, Mr. D.
There we go.
What's up, people? How we doing?
Not too bad, not too bad, mate.
Right,
Good.
Hollywood Phil is Q. It doesn't look a bit like Q, actually.
It definitely does.
Yeah.
Lol from Alex. What rule did I breach? Was asking. John Fitzpatrick says, Aaron, I can pick about 9 in my memory, but half of them were crap. I'll need to tap my ankle and fill the whole squad. He's Spurs fan since the 40s.
Yeah.
That man's going to know a fair old few player names, isn't he? Alex called me the hotel. Aaron's saying, can I use Northern Irish too? Yeah, I think we'll have to. Yeah. It's going to be hellish difficult otherwise.
No, he said just the Republic.
Can you name an Irish Republic of Ireland goalkeeper for Spurs? I can't.
I can't. I only picked Pat Jenkinson. That's how are you this evening, Brian?
I'm good, mate. I'm good, thanks, mate. A lot more comfortable and relaxed than I was this time yesterday, that's for damn sure.
Yeah. We're picking nicknames for people to come on, and I've actually nicknamed you the Terminator because you're after Levy. So
you know what? I'm see, Dermot, not only are you great in my intros, my nicknames. God, where were you when I was growing up, mate? Getting all the cool nicknames.
Yeah.
I have to say, I thought you were very calm considering all that's going on this morning, Brian.
Well, I'll put it this way: I was not calm on this channel yesterday afternoon. Me smashing a placemat round my head violently was a real eye opener. Watching it back, I had a little rant today on with the Coutinho thing. There was a couple of rants I had, but stay tuned as we go through the weeks and the days. Those rants will go up a notch.
Yeah.
And I have to say, guys, you seem to be on a thing at the moment. This is the third game in a row I've been on when Judas is playing.
It's for you.
It's for you, Brian.
To steady your nerves.
Yeah.
Just to get me more and more wound up to go to war.
Yeah, we lose this one, and it's there's a tribute to Daniel Levy at half time.
Kuva, but Kuva, I have to say, mate, you heard me probably say it on the fan show last night. Your voice note, mate, I was like, oh my god, I have never seen Kuva or heard Kuva so animated as he was in a voice note he sent me.
It was, mate. It was in jest.
Oh, mate. Well, it got me fired up, ready to go, mate. Let's put it that way.
It was a bit of a wheeze, mate. I'll never lose composure like that. Well, maybe sometimes.
Just read this one out here, Coof.
Aaron Dove saying, breaking news in Ireland. Someone's electric fire has just exploded and Gory has blown up.
Well, I live in River Chapel, so I'm well a bit out of Gory, so I'm glad.
It was getting a bit too hot in the house, so Dermot moved the fire outside.
To heat the rest of the
Put it in the river.
Well, Coover went for a little drive to River Chapel tonight, didn't you? And all the way through Gory up with me.
I did.
Yeah. You got to see the pub, the chipper, the pharmacy, the church, and then Aldi.
Dermot was in absolutely insisting I come and see the Isle of Leafy with him. How would you feel about going there, Brian?
Well, you know what? I thought you made a typo, but sorry, a mispronounced. Not saying it. Jesus Christ, mate! I've got
mispronunciation.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. Put it this way: if I ever went to the Isle of Levy, it's one of those I'll enter, but I'm never coming back the same. Yeah, it's. I can't think of worse places on the planet to go.
There we go. Cody Mack, there you go. There's a clip for you. He said, I love Levy.
Oh, no, I never. No, I never. I said the Isle. The Isle. And Cody...
Isle of Levy, you said it.
I didn't. I said Isle. Isle.
Isle of Levy, yeah.
Isle.
Okay.
Listen, Cody, Coover, you don't need to give the king of the clips more footage, because thankfully he only sends it to me and it's all in good jest. But yeah, I think it was you that actually put a hashtag that said #Levy something, and I just stopped myself before I actually said it.
No,
so,
that wasn't my one actually. Somebody else had the idea as well. It's
okay.
a good one. You got to be on your toes because everybody's at it at the moment. It's the new pastime. Get Brian to slip
Mr.
up.
Harris may be popping on after his dinner, so I'll send him the link anyway. I need you to read this one out, Cooper, so people know when I say guards what it means. So
yeah, translation, when Dermot says guards, he means the old bill, the coppers, the rozzers, the filth. 6-0. What else we've got?
The LAPD.
John
Fitzpatrick.
Phil is gangster.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. What's going on here, Dermot? You're doing them too quick now. Barnabas saying these men are playing some silky champagne football. Absolutely.
I just need to send that to Dave, so you just do the comments there for a minute, Coover. Or Phil.
I'm sorry, did I just see Jason Dezelle?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Hoddle Mark 2.0 reports, wasn't it?
Yeah. As we've discovered tonight, Jesus is David Harris, Jack is Moses, and we're all his apostles. I'd just love to know what they did with the wee donkey after he was born.
Absolutely. Right, anyway, I'm going to do the comments for a little bit, am I, Dermot?
Yeah, I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, no problem. Okay, Shamu saying, holy flypaper, banging tune from the 60s Batman. Absolutely.
Holy flypaper, I like that.
Aaron saying, me too, mate. Alex, Troy Parrots, strikers, Irish Spurs all-time 11.
Yeah.
You could.
Yeah.
John Fitzpatrick, Alex, what about Robbie Keane? Aaron saying, all right, my tune, Chris, all right, my tune, cuz. John Fitzpatrick, Alex saying, John Fitzpatrick manager. The man called Brian Daigle says,
Chris, brother.
And my Archie, Mr. Daigle. My
Archie, that's brother. That's brother.
Sorry, I'm getting tired now, so it's Archie. That'll do. No, Aki, yes.
I'm back on the comments now for you, Keith. So.
Right. Evening, Brian, says Carl.
Yeah.
And True Set 3.
We've nicknamed Carl Elvis of the channel, so Carl's the king, so he's Elvis, so he's the Elvis of the channel.
What True Set 3 is?
No, Carl. True Set 3 is like Samuel L. Jackson.
I thought Carl was the king a minute ago.
Yeah, Elvis was the king of rock and roll.
Oh, right, I'm with you. Okay. Truth Sets 3, how long is Phil's red carpet? And are there still rose petals on it the whole way to his car garage? Hollywood Walk of Fame. We should get his picture ready. All the way to America, Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds about right. Cody Max and Daigle is Leonard McCoy. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Can I just ask, who the hell is Leonard McCoy?
He's out of Star Trek.
Is he Dr. Spock?
Bones
Oh,
McCoy.
Jesus Christ, Cody. What is he doing to me, man?
He's the Doctor. He loses his cool all the time. It's perfect.
Yeah. I've actually worked out who Phil would be in Star Trek. Phil would be
Ryan, I'm always fired up for this cause, mate. I'm always fired up, and just all I will say, I'm not going into too much details right now. If it's bad results and bad performances against Chelsea and Arsenal, watch this space. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, absolutely guaranteed, Brian. We all will. We will all be there.
Yeah. I'll send a pigeon over for mine and Brian for you, with little wings, with the little droppings to drop on Levy's head. Right.
Well, one of the things I'll tell you one thing. One of the things I'll be planning to do, because I don't care who is this or what knows. If we do have bad performances, I won't be leaving the stadium. I'll be waiting till it's empty. If other people want to join me, and when the cameras are there and they're doing the interviews, all they will hear is me shouting and screaming anything possible. Levy out. My songs for Levy. Anyone wants to join me, please feel free to. But yeah, if it's a bad performance against Chelsea, and especially Arsenal, I ain't leaving the ground.
Are you going to both Are you going to the Chelsea home and the Arsenal?
Yep.
Sorry, the scum.
I am. Well, the Chelsea definitely. The filth is like 99.999% sure, because Ben has a couple of people that he has tickets with that might not go because they're quite COVID concerned.
Yeah.
And they haven't been going to games for ages. So he doesn't think they're going to the games. So that ticket will be mine. But I do have another connection that sits with them and lives in Canada, in Toronto with me. And I can probably get his ticket. But yeah, I will be definitely at Chelsea. And like I said, 99.999 for the filth.
Ryan saying, we need you fired up, Ryan, so you can go hunt Levy and make him buy some players. You know what? If you're talking about anybody else, I'd say, yeah, of course. But when you're talking about Brian Daigle, I'm thinking, yeah, he probably would go and do that. Yeah.
Yep.
John Fitzpatrick, big up Brian Daigle, a living legend, absolutely.
He's a living legend. John is fantastic.
Alex saying bye now. You're milking this one a bit, Alex. Night, mate. Daigle and Kaufman in the same building. Surprised half the town wasn't burned down.
Big up, Ben.
Truth Sets 3, big up, Brian.
Big up, Brian.
Absolutely. Dermot, you're wearing a t-shirt. Stick a woolly jumper on, mate. I'm fluffier than Larry the Lamb, staying warm right now.
Oh, jump on tonight if you want to jump on now. We had a great crack talking about our childhoods, travelling up from the Republic to the north. Great times.
We got sidetracked into your childhoods, and it was going down very nicely.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just sneaking a quick boo there for Judas.
Yeah.
I had to. I just saw.
Traveling from the island to the north was like going into two different worlds completely. It was just like you would leave an island, lovely scenery, beautiful pubs and all this. You're going to Northern Ireland, guns and helicopters and army just sitting there watching you. As a little kid, you're thinking, wow. Not very nice. It really wasn't. So that was
Cody Max saying big congratulations to the two Brians, Danny and Adam, on the fact.
Yeah, you've got to echo that, Brian. If I've done my calculations right, in the last 3 weeks, you've doubled your subscriptions, haven't you? Pretty much.
We're very, very close to it. Very, very close to it. Christmas Eve. So what we're talking Christmas Eve? 12 days ago. 12 days ago, we're at 847. Now we're at 1,607. So we're very, very close to it. Yeah, almost doubled in from Christmas Eve to today. And you know what? I've got to be very careful with what I say to Cody, because I'm sure he's storing all these just to blackmail me and say to my wife, "Listen, give me all your money, or I release this video of of your husband saying this thing, and he's clipped me. One of the times I was actually on the stream with him, and I did say something very, very stupid and now he's clipping me just for shits and giggles, and he's getting quite a few. But he'll be blackmailing me soon. I think Cody will.
Can I just say I was at this game and I know the result, and it's a good game you picked, Coof.
Of course it is. I don't pick out like Spurs losing like you do, Dermot. We're going to have to at some point. There's some good games where we actually did lose, but not many.
This was not long into Aussie's reign in the first season, actually.
Yeah, true.
About the
True.
fourth or fifth game in.
All right. Carl Simpson saying we all know Levy is hiding with the bank card in his panic room, trying to avoid Conte. And Brian. Winky on 0.001% Irish. I should make the Irish top 11 Spurs. Under Jack Charlton, you would.
Yeah, you would have done.
100% Irish.
John Fitzpatrick, Winky, did you ever play as goalie?
All I'm going to say to that is, Phil, you never beat us when Big Jack was in charge. That's all I'm going to say.
You didn't need to.
Just because you won a fucking World Cup, we're a little.
Who's wearing number
yeah.
14 for us?
Just because, all right, we're a little country and you couldn't beat us for 30-something years.
That's got to be.
We're scared of the English football
is that
team.
Howes?
Wow.
Doesn't
David
look like
Howes?
Howes.
Number 14 was.
Was who?
Howes or Sedgley?
Sedgley.
Yeah, I was about to say it looks more like Sedgley, but I thought Sedgley had left by Premier League time. Obviously not.
There's Mark. Right.
Fair enough.
Phil, can I ask you a serious question? When do you know, with England getting to World Cups and that, do you think England would do well in this World Cup coming up, or it's here now? Do you think England could win the next World Cup?
Going forward, potentially. In defence, probably not. So, no, quarterfinals, semi-finals, maybe with a nice draw, they may get slightly further, but I don't see it. But England are a little bit Tottenham, aren't they? They just, when it really counts, when it really matters, and they've got the chance, it doesn't always happen.
Well, you should have beaten Italy by fair. I mean,
yeah.
As an outsider looking in, after you scored the first goal, I think they were walking. You should have went for a second and a third.
Yeah.
I think you could have been.
Momentum was it with England, but I don't know how many of you watched it, but it did feel a very club performance because, you know, we were on top. We scored the one goal. We didn't really go for the second, and slowly but surely we just drifted. And by the end, we were kind of hanging on.
Yeah, well, all I'm going to say is Ireland will win a World Cup one day. Maybe not in my lifetime.
Do you know what? I think you've missed a bit out, Phil, which is I've got a strong feeling that we might not win it, but we might get to a final. We might win. And the only reason is because seeing this in the winter, our players are going to be at the peak of fitness. It's not the end of the season, go wind down for a couple of weeks, then join the training camp, and then go and do it. They will be stopping in November, flying over. Yes, there'll be a week or so acclimatising or whatever, but they are going to be in peak physical condition going into this World Cup. And I reckon with that could push us over the edge. That could be the missing link going in that fit. I mean, don't get me wrong, we could actually lose players to huge injuries beforehand, but the actual main part of the squad will be bang on form or bang at peak fitness. And I think that's what we've been missing at World Cups as well.
Yeah, because if you know, it's obviously the flip side of that is how many of the England squad that played this summer or last summer now had a great start to the season.
Ricky Feeler from TH says morning all. Morning, Ricky.
Morning.
Let us know where you are actually, Ricky. And then we have then Ben Kaufman here saying England would have won that game if there was a better coach in charge.
Yeah.
I'd say quite happy with Gareth Southgate keeping him in there. But
I'm sure.
I have to say, I'm actually very, very happy with Gareth Southgate.
Yeah, he's done all right.
I'm actually surprised you England fans are actually complaining about that man, because he's got to a World Cup semi-final and a Euro final. He's done better than all the rest of them put together.
Well, yeah, no, he's done better by he's obviously not done as like Alf Ramsey, but no England manager's ever got to a semi-final, then a final, or the other way round, whatever way you want to say it. And you know what? He knows this team. He's worked with them in the under-21s. They were speaking highly of him at the 21s. Yeah, he's not the Hollywood name, but he's come in. He's got a good group of young players that are coming through. The morale in the camp seems to be very, very good. And he's got us to a semi-final and a final. And you can't say fairer than that, or you can't say much better than that with anyone.
No. I mean, Alf Ramsey, former Tottenham player as well, won the 49-50, 51 championships with Tottenham. And also played alongside the great Bill Nick. So it can't be all that bad, Alf Ramsey. Did he manage Ipswich, I think?
Ipswich, yeah.
Yeah, I thought he did. Bobby Robson, again, great Ipswich manager, won them the FA Cup and the UEFA Cup.
He had such a good side there, didn't he?
Yeah, you had the likes of John Walk and Alan Brazil and Terry Butcher.
Franz Tyson, Arnold Muren, Mariner.
Did Mariner go to Arsenal?
Yeah.
Yeah, he went to the Scum, yeah. Alan Brazil came to us because he was all... That's a shame.
Did he come to us via Man U, or did he come to us and then go to Man U?
No, he came to us via... He went for us from Ipswich, and then I think it was Peter Shreves sent him down to Man U. Basically, I think how the story goes, he told him at half-time, right, you're going to Man United tomorrow. Or rang him, you're going to Man United. A bit like how he got rid of Graham Roberts. David Clayton, I think that's disgusting what David Clayton done to Roberts.
Oh, what a save!
Yeah, that's even more.
Absolutely.
Catman Jess, big up Dermot, Coover, Phil and Brian, and the Tottenham Tantrum Army. Yeah,
big up Catman.
Can't wait for the show tomorrow with legendary Steve Perriman. It's like Christmas Eve for us. It really is like Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I have to say, I don't know if you saw a certain Hollywood Phil on We Are Tottenham TV today, who just couldn't help the name drop. He was like, yeah, we got Stevie Perryman on the show tomorrow, and I was just talking to him last night. We were just having a conversation, and I was like, Phil, the glamour's got to you. The glamour's got to you.
You'll have to forgive him, he goes way back.
Yeah. I'll tell you a funny story. I started speaking to Mr. Perriman on Facebook, because he's got his own Facebook. His podcasts are brilliant. I would recommend anyone go and watch his podcast, because they're absolutely fantastic. Anyway, he texted me over his number, and I'm like sitting there. It's like 11 o'clock at night, and I've got Steve Perriman's number in my hand, sort of thing. Hang on, who else we got coming on there?
We got Aaron D.
We've got Aaron We've got Aaron. Good evening, my Irish brother. How are you?
I think he's gone.
No, he's still there.
Am I here?
Yeah.
There he is.
How are you?
There we are.
I'm good, boys. But fuck. Sorry, I still got. Oh, cursed already.
Hang on, you said you were doing really well last week, and you've done.
I am. Look, this my new. Oh, listen, Phil of the royalty of Hollywood, lifestyle. I'm trying my best not to use bad language. Okay, so yeah, all right. From here on in, I'm not going to say the F word unless it happens to begin with F. Okay, so
yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, look, I'm totally. But for some reason, my sound is very low. Is there some way I can adjust that?
You're coming across really well. We can clearly hear you.
Fine. Clearly hear you.
Yeah, I'm only on here because Ricky Yancey was winding me up saying, get on. Yeah, so I don't even know what the topic is, boys. But what's the game we're watching?
It's Tottenham, Liverpool, 92, 93, 94, away at Anfield.
At Anfield. Was this our first win at Anfield for 72 years?
Yeah, it was, yes.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, no, because we won in 85 to end that.
Gaa Football scored, didn't he?
Sorry?
85, not in the league.
Yeah, 85 was the one where he broke that very long run without a win at Anfield. It was Garth.
I'm I'm not sure about that, Kuva. I thought it wasn't until the 90s that we broke that
No, it was
record.
definitely in the
I
80s.
guarantee
It
it
was
was
72
85.
years after the Titanic.
Can I just say one thing? One thing I want to say. You've got a question in the comments
I know I'm going to get it
That's-
up now, Brian.
by
Once-
John
once-
Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, once I get what I've said, I'm just going to finish my little story and then we get to that. Anyway, I spoke to Steve Perriman and we were doing the stream that day, and Brian and Cooper tell you, I was like a little kid at Christmas.
No, you weren't. You were like 10 little kids at Christmas.
Yeah, we were trying to. He said yes, we need to speak and arrange coming on, and I just couldn't meant to do, lads. But Phil has taken it up from me, so he's done the finishing job. So big up to you, Phil.
No worries, my man.
How's that for a cool finish from Teddy?
Yeah. Question to the panel is: what has been?
You know, I had the
your
pleasure of my first game at the Lane, and geez, we've been a Tottenham fan since '81, but it was only 20. Well, it was 2001 the first time I got to actually go to YR Lane, and Spurs were playing Burda, and my uncle, fair play to my uncle Jimmy, bought me the ticket, paid for my flight, paid for my hotel, everything. I was unemployed at the time, and we went 1-0 down in the first half, and then Ferdinand scored and Teddy scored a penalty. I can't remember in what order exactly, but yeah, funnily enough, Brian Daigle, it was the same year that I think Levy took over, so good times and bad times, man.
Right, John Fitzpatrick here, question to the panel, and I'll start with Kuva, and then I'll go to Phil, and then Brian, and then Aaron, and then I'll go last. To the panel, what has been your favourite World Cup, Kuva?
I'll do two. Runner-up is 1982. And
That's for Jens, by the way. Sorry, Mexico '86 Panini sticker album.
yeah,
My brother dropped in a box of memorabilia yesterday, and would you believe that's one of them? Yeah, sorry, go on, sorry.
Yeah, so I'd say 82 is my sort of runner-up spot. It was a great World Cup. Paolo Rossi, hat-trick and final, and just all-round great stuff. But for me, 1990 Italia, it was just unbelievable. The height of Gazamania. It was just awesome. It was just an incredible time to be a football fan. That if you're in England, it was just amazing.
Phil?
I'm gonna swap them round because of that semi-final. It kind of took a little bit off, but it was a good World Cup because of the legend Paul Gascoigne. But for overall football, 82 all day long. That Brazil-Argentina and Brazil-Italy game, one of the best games I think I've ever watched in my life. Absolutely phenomenal.
Brian?
So I've got two. I think people are going to know what my favourite one is. But my second favourite one, and I don't think it gets the recognition it deserves, is the one that was in South Korea and Japan. 2002 was not only was it a phenomenal World Cup, but that's when I was still drinking and pubs were open 24 hours a day. I mean, I remember going to the England-Brazil game when it was the day before my birthday when Let's All Do the Seaman struck again, and I was off my face at 8 o'clock in the morning and had to go into work.
Were you in England then, Brian?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I remember that game. Nothing weirder than going into a pub at 7 o'clock in the morning and going, "I'll have 4 pints of lager."
Mate, that was I mean, the England-Sweden game, which was the opening game for us, was on the Queen's Jubilee, whatever Jubilee it was. So London was rocking. I watched it at the Punch and Judy in Covent Garden. Then went into Trafalgar Square, and I was too drunk that I jumped into the Trafalgar Square fountain. Funny enough, not realising that I'd be soaking wet the whole way home. Such is the thought process. But then I remember, like that England-Brazil game, I was working for Cecil G, which was a menswear company that sold like Versace, Hugo Boss suits and all that. And I was so smashed that I went into work, got into my suit and put my tie on, but didn't put a shirt on. So for the first hour and a half, the manager of the shop, we were all pissed. I was walking around in just a suit and a shirt, a tie, and nothing else.
Just a shirt and a tie and nothing else?
No, just the suits, just the jacket and the trousers, Aaron. No shirt, but a tie.
But you had trousers?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
No, but the thing is, people were looking at me like, what the fuck is this guy? And I had no idea. I was like, hey, good morning, how you doing? Welcome to... And then I realised when I looked in the mirror, but the best World Cup This is the first World Cup I can physically remember. 82, I was 3 years old. 86, I would have been 7 years old. And I remember Italia 90, and I was already obsessed with Paul Gascoigne, but what that man single-handedly did, starting with, he played okay against the Irish, but then we played the Dutch, and he tore the Dutch apart.
The best one was that little Cruyff turn he did, wasn't it? Just by the touchline,
Yeah,
and it was like Gascoigne has landed.
Oh, he did that. Then we obviously played Egypt, and he went on a run and took about 6 players on in the penalty. And then obviously we know what he did to Cameroon, and then obviously what happened to bloody Germany. But I'll always remember as well, if you watch that documentary that I sent you, Gaz of the Real Me, and Aaron will know, it's when he started playing for England. He scored his first goal for against Albania, but there's a goal he scored against the Czech Republic in the build-up just to confirm he was going there. And they look over to Bobby Robson, and Bobby Robson's going, "That is fantastic," and that's when you knew that guy was. And obviously, 1991, he came back and destroyed the first division then, and obviously we won the FA Cup. But yeah, that World Cup, the first World Cup I can remember in Gazamania. You'll never
was that goal against Czechoslovakia the one where he junked through about 5 players on the edge of the box?
Yeah, and slotted it. Yeah.
And you know, that was the game where he actually set up Steve Ball for a volley with the outstep of his foot, which was one of the greatest plays. It was, I think we won 4-1. Gaza made 3, Ball scored 2, and Gaza scored the other one, but he made all 3 of the other ones.
What a statement that is as well when you're doing a Cruyff turn against Holland in a World Cup. It's just awesome, isn't it?
Aaron, which one for you, sir?
Can I have 4? Look, okay. My earliest World Cup memory, 1982. I was then 8 years old. Dermot, probably same age as you. I think we were born the same year, and I just discovered football when I was 6 or 7. And then when I was 8, in '82, the World Cup was held in Spain, and we went on a holiday in Ibiza with the family, and it was just epic. I mean, the buzz, the atmosphere, and all that. Right. '86, I was on holiday in Galway, in the west of Ireland for that World Cup. And I remember a Brazilian dude scoring from mad outside the box. Jairzinho, or not, I can't remember his name now. Began with J.
Junior, straight over Pat Jennings' head, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, he was miles out, man, when he scored that. These are just memories, by the way, lads, right?
It was Josie Marr, I think.
Josie Marr, and of course, I mean, '86 for the drama with Maradona and you know, the handball but for me, like, I've always, and I don't want any Irish people to get this wrong, but I've always put Tottenham ahead of my country when it comes to you know, who I support.
Aaron,
it's always been Tottenham first.
I'm the same, mate. I'm the same.
Yeah, if you were given the choice now, Brian, of Tottenham to win the Premier League next season or England to win the World Cup,
without even blinking an eye, Tottenham to win the Premier League.
All day long,
Tottenham from England. Like as much as I'd love Ireland to win something, I've got to, you know, retain a bit of sensibility, and I know that's not ever going to happen. But just for my favorite World Cups, Italia '90 was fantastic for Ireland, and 2002, after all the Roy Keane drama, was great for Ireland as well. To be able to get that far in 1990 to a quarter-final in our first ever World Cup, without actually winning a game, as far as I remember. I think we drew all our group games, and we won our penalties against Romania.
Germany, didn't you?
No, that was 2002.
We drew with England, Holland, and Egypt. We beat Romania on penalties. Then we lost to a dodgy Italian, a mistake by Pacquiao, which it's a shame, really, because Ireland played brilliant that night, Aaron, didn't we? We did. But how good a man was Scalacci to appear in a Guinness ad a few years ago, man. We love Scalacci in Ireland, even though he knocked us out of the World Cup.
Toto Scalacci.
Toto Scalacci. Yeah, man. So I have a lot of great World Cup memories, but they're probably my favourite top 4. In recent years, obviously, with Ireland not really participating in that, it's been a little bit diminished. But look, I love the World Cup. It's the World Festival of Football. and I love the ball.
I'll tell you something with the World Cups in football, and I know, who can I see in the chat? I know Catman Jess, and I know Cody. I mean, obviously, World Cups, they've been here, they've been there, whatever, and there hasn't been one in England, but we've obviously had the Euros and stuff. But in 2026, the World Cup is in Mexico, USA, and Canada.
Wow.
And it's going to be so incredible to actually be at the home country for a World Cup. Obviously, I don't know where England will be, if England will be in Toronto or if they'll even be in Canada. I'd imagine they would be in America. I would imagine they'd be in one of the big cities in America, unfortunately. But I've said no matter where England are, I'm going to try and get as many of us together, like the English lot, to meet in America or Canada, wherever it is, whether we get tickets to the game or not, but just to be a part of it. But obviously, Canada, obviously qualifying. Hopefully, we'll sort it that Cody, myself, Catman, Jess, and a few of the others back in Canada can go to a Canada game, because I think this is going to be such a big spectacle, because football in Canada is massive. And now
Is
the
it?
team, I mean, not. I don't mean, Aaron. I don't mean so much as in the Canadian League or like anything like that, or the MLS. I'm talking about like the Premier League and football in general. The sport is growing huge. There is, I mean, I know in Toronto, and there is a huge fan. I can't speak for the rest of Canada, but it seems like the team is getting better. It's going to be, they could even make this World Cup. They're on the verge of making this World Cup. But to actually be in a home country for a World Cup, it's just going to be.
I'd love it.
I said, mate, I'm going to have so many people. I've said, listen, anyone wants to come out and stay with me during the World Cup, mate, start the bidding now. I'm going to be like booking.com to see who gives me the highest bid. I'm only joking. But yeah, you're all welcome. Let's just hope. I just can't wait for it to be such a big thing for Canada. Huge.
I think Canada's only appearance was 1986, and I think one of the games they lost to France 1-0, I think.
Yeah.
Canada have only...
Yeah,
they've only been in a World Cup once. So.
Yeah,
correct.
They're not being more...
In the 1986 World Cup, where France only beat them 1-0.
Wherever he's going, boo! Yeah, they've only been to one.
Yeah.
Really? I thought they'd been in something more recent.
Nope.
Okay.
No, they've only been in one. Big up to...
It's funny, though, when you think of Canada, right, you wouldn't think of it as a footballing nation. When I moved to New Zealand in 2002, Shamu, Stefan, you might be able to confirm this, but football was the highest participated sport in soccer. Well, it was the highest sport that was participated in the entire nation. And, everyone thinks of New Zealand, the All Blacks, rugby. But soccer had really kicked off there. And by the way, I'm allowed to call it soccer because in Ireland we've got GAA football. So to differentiate, we'll often say soccer.
Mayo for Sam.
Sorry. The sound. My sound's really bad, lads. I can't hear you well. Say that again. Mayo for Sam.
Mayo for Sam.
Are you kidding me, man? Mayo couldn't win Sam in a month of how many years now? About 70.
No, we haven't won it since 1951. We're waiting for one of them to die. There's one left out of that curse, and he's still alive.
Come on, the curse. You know what this curse Dermot was talking about, right? So wasn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong.
I'll tell you what happened was Mayo Gaelic football over here is one of the biggest sports. And firstly, before I say that, I want to welcome in a very special lady. Big up TFC Kirst. She's an absolute diamond.
Hey, Kirst, haven't seen her in ages. Wow.
It's the first time
Happy New Year.
been here. She's in the comments. Kirst, you're an absolute diamond. I hope you're right, and I hope the little ones and you had a lovely Christmas. And big up yourself, and we'd love to have you on here one time for you.
He's fantastic, is Kirst.
Yeah, big up.
She's a look. She's
and you're
before I delete my Twitter. Sorry, go on.
And your special Spurs moment. So big up, Kirst. Thank you for tuning in.
But before I deleted my Twitter account, there, Kirst had a lovely video of the first day she brought her daughter to White Hart Lane. And it was real nice one, real nice, lovely video. So good to see her back.
But anyway, over here we have a thing called GAA football and hurling, and Mayo won it in 1951, and they were going through Galway, and there was a priest who cursed the team, said you'll never win another All Ireland while you're all still alive. Now Mayo have been in finals since we've had our epics against Dublin for the last 7 years. We've been in finals against Cork, against Meath. We've never won one while that team is still alive. And there's one left.
But you know why that was, Dermot? It was because they overtook a funeral procession.
Yeah, they did. That is the truth. They overtook a funeral procession on the way back to Mayo, and the priest cursed them. And that.
I'm not superstitious, by the way, so to me this makes no sense. But yeah, it's a funny.
But we have never won an All Ireland since, and there's only one member of that team left. Just very quickly, my favourite World Cup was 1982. For 4. 1986, because to be honest, Maradona carried that team to the final himself. It was a very average, crap Argentinian, but you had a great Belgium side then in that World Cup.
Enzo Schifo, was he there then?
Yeah, he was quality.
Germany were absolutely, how they got to the final with that year, I still don't know, because the French have actually won that World Cup myself.
Was that the year Schumacher was playing in nets for Germany?
Absolutely.
Okay. We all remember.
He wasted him, didn't he?
Yeah, that was 1982.
Yeah, he absolutely.
Semi-final. Absolute.
Yeah.
So 86, 82 for my third, 2002 for my second. Ireland did us proud again after the Roy Keane debacle, but 1990's got to be my favourite because I remember watching it with my dad, and it was just, he was excited. He was ringing Ireland. My family ringing him. They're coming out now. It was just a buzz, a buzz just for all the Irish community. It really was.
That was Joxer went to Stuttgart years, wasn't it?
No, Stuttgart was 88 in the European Championships.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Was it not? Oh, it was Italian 90. I beg your pardon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Italian
90 was,
you're right. Yeah.
It was. They did. Jack Screen. We're off to Italy. We're all off to Italy. That one. I have to find the video. It's a brilliant video. And then I remember it was going to school in my Irish shirt, us playing England, and I remember the order just loving being proud Irish, and thinking, look, we're the best football nation in the world. But we will be back.
Okay, so guys, listen. On that note, I'm gonna need to go because I need to sleep. I'm gonna get up early and then go back to the We Are Tottenham TV studios to be in bed tomorrow. And I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, so I'm going to make sure I get a lot of sleep today.
Fair enough, mate.
Brian, thank you very much for coming on. And please, everyone, watch Brian in the morning on We Are Tottenham TV. Go and give your channel a big plug. And congratulations again for reaching over 1,000 subscribers. You, Brian Ireland, Danny, and Adam. So go and give your channel a big plug.
Well, thankfully, we're almost at 1,700 now. Such has been the growth, but they can find the 4 of us on Tottenham on Tour, which is the home channel where Brian Ireland and I have created. We've just recently brought on young Adam Clark, and obviously my man, my brother, Mr. Danny Kyriak.
Danny Kyriak.
And you know what? I can die a happy man because I said I was going to get that mentioned all over YouTube, and boy has it happened. But you can find me at Tottenham on Tour. I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff with We Are Tottenham TV. I'm also not only there tomorrow, I'm doing the watch along on Sunday with Ben for the Morecambe game. And they can find me on either channel. I will be getting more and more frustrated as the transfer window goes. But the most important thing is obviously there's 3 guys here that have a wonderful channel with a fantastic chemistry and a unique arena of content in what they do, and they do it absolutely fantastically. So these guys have got to get up and smashed up to bigger subscribers. So help them get to the numbers they deserve. So Kuva, Phil, Dermot, always a pleasure. Anytime I'm available and you're on, I'll always try and get on and support the channel. And as for my brother down there, Aaron, who we need to get back to speaking more often, brother. This is always nothing but a pleasure to hear your voice. Shame there's not a quiz where you can give me all the answers tonight because they were the best.
That was quality last week.
Oh, that was hysterical. That was hysterical.
That was my first quiz ever. Give me a break, man.
Oh, mate, it was hysterical. Mate, you were the comedy value in it. You were absolutely superb. But I don't know if people watch me on We Are Tottenham TV today. I try to refrain from doing this, apart from when I leave streams. as guests. But from now on, every time that I'm on We Are Tottenham TV, when he says at the end a certain thing, I am back to, on every single stream, saying 2 famous words that follow. And as always, Levy.
Love Levy.
He's got. Could we just say we talked about doing a quiz on here, haven't we, guys? Phil and Vancouver, didn't we? So
Yeah.
that's something that's in the works. We've got Shamu here saying, Dermot, I want to see Shamrock Rovers versus Bohemian Watchable.
You know what?
What did you say? Do a Shamrock? What did you say? Do a Shamrock Rovers watch along?
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh, and now he's winding me up. Is he Bray Wyatt is legit? Oh no! Sorry, I thought he's talking about Bray Wanderers, man.
No,
I thought he was trying to say Bray Wanderers versus Shamrock Rovers there, right? Okay, I get it.
Cougar,
Right.
what happened last week with I think I can't remember whose channel it was, but I think it was Josh's. But he was doing a quiz, and he was like, "I'm going to give you some famous names, and I want you to tell me who they became." So the first one comes up, and we're all like, "Yeah, we got that." And then he goes, "Right, Paul David Houston," and I'm like, "Oh, I know that name." And then old Aaron goes, "Just think of what day it is." I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's New Year's Day. Thanks, Aaron."
Yeah, and the other one was Robert David Jones. The prior question was Robert David Jones, born in 1963 or something in Wales. Who's that? And I said, oh yeah, I mentioned his name earlier because I'd mentioned Ziggy Stardust, referring to David Bowie. So yeah, I'm just, look, it was my first quiz. Give me a break, lads. I'll be more...
The best one is when we were doing the movie anagrams, and he went, "Oh my god, it's probably Mrs. Doubtfire," and you're like, "Yes, it absolutely is." But you were just taking the piss, weren't you? You just came up with the first name. By the sound
I'd never even seen Mrs. Doubtfire, man. I've only ever seen the trailer.
Oh, buddy.
Well, yeah, no, look, I've learned my lesson now. I will be more selfish in future, and that way I would have beaten. Well, me and Adam drew 17 all, you know. I mean, I could have beaten him 20 to 14 had I not opened my mouth.
Well,
anyway,
you couldn't beat the English. You hear that, Dermot?
Sorry, I can't hear on deaf.
Yeah, but the questions were loaded, man. I mean, if you had asked us questions about Irish geography or something, I mean, I would have won.
Look,
I mean, they were totally loaded questions.
I just want to put this to bed now, Phil. Right, let's put this to bed once and for all, okay? One man from our country brought a whole empire to its knees, and he was Irish. He was from West Cork, and he was Mick Collins. No
Mikey Collins.
Yeah, you can never ever take that away from that man. He brought the whole English country to its knees. There you go. And he was from.
It was what. This is going back over 100 years, lads, and there's no animosity there anymore, of course, okay?
It's all a bit of fun.
Yeah.
It's all a bit of fun.
You know, Dermot, my great-granddad, Patrick William McDowell, shot dead in Kilmainham, was one of 66 people shot dead during the 1916 Rising, Easter Sunday, yeah? There's a little avenue up in Kilmainham called McDowell Avenue, named after my great-granddad. Yeah, you can Google it on the map, man. McDowell Avenue,
I mean,
Kilmainham.
I'm so proud to be related to Mick Collins and Michael Collins. I'm so proud of that.
That's where I wanted to pick up the conversation, but maybe, we'll do that on another stream, man. But when there's only Irish people here.
But no, you know,
all I'll say is you've thrown what 400 odd years of subjugation back in our faces.
700.
700 is in total.
Yeah.
I thought, and then the potato famine, which we helped to cause, and kill off 1 million people, and it's like your thanks is to rebel. Is that it?
Yeah.
No.
You know why Britannia ruled the world? Because we gave you potatoes, right? So, right. I mean, we basically fed you the fodder. We fed you the food to be able to go out and do it. It was not Sir Walter Raleigh. It was the other explorer brought the potato back from Peru. Not Walter Raleigh. It was another one of your
he was playing bowls, wasn't he?
Columbus.
It was like
Drake was one
sorry?
famous for playing bowls.
Drake, it might have been Francis Drake. Yeah,
Drake,
it might have been Francis Drake. Yeah, and just turned Ireland into a potato field. So that's why when we had the famine that we were all a little bit fucked. And then our UK or England imported like $1 million worth of oats and shit like that from America and Canada to feed us when the potatoes went, but unfortunately it all rotted on the way over. So there's a lot in that history, by the way, and I'm not somebody who holds a grudge. Where, as far as I'm concerned, we're neighbours, we're cousins, we're brothers. My family lives all over the UK. My brother was born in London. I've got loads of family still there now, so I'm not.
That's it. The Irish are everywhere around the world.
Yeah, we fucked the planet.
To be fair, to be honest, what happened then, but do you know what I mean?
But isn't it nice that we can bring it down to a sporting rivalry?
Yeah,
absolutely. Oh, talking of which, boo!
Yeah, there's always good banter between the English and the Irish. Anyway, even at we've got the rugby coming up as well. I think.
I was about to say, or at least we're better than at rugby.
Yeah, you want to do?
We got better steroids
than England at rugby.
Of course we are.
We got to the World Cup final.
You got to the World Cup final.
Yeah, and this one we'll win. It'll be England, France in the final, and then who knows?
Yeah. Six Nations in recent years, mate. Ireland.
This is sounding like another little Tottenham tantrum breakaway sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. We might.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, what?
We'll do the game.
Was there a subject to tonight's conversation, or was
no,
ramble?
It was about how great Ireland is and how we beat England at everything.
Trouble is, I can't complain too much because there's Irish blood in my family as well. So
50% of I read a statistic. Correct me if I'm wrong. That 50% of people in England what's the called? I don't like to use skin color, but white English people are 50% Irish. Apparently, that's the DNA.
Yeah,
it's probably the same, vice versa as well. By the way,
yeah.
Phil, what was your favourite moment as a kid growing up, sporting event apart from football? What else would you have been into growing up watching? Because we have GAA over here, we have hurling.
I'll tell you what, probably in the 80s was probably American football because it went really big on Channel 4. But I guess I just watched an awful lot. I liked the Rugby World Cup when it started in like 87. Always watched Six Nations. Watched a little bit of Grand Prix, but not masses. Just on that, sorry, I'm just going to return this. What was the most watched sporting event of the 80s?
The Tour de France.
Okay, that's Aaron.
I'm going to go for the 1984 Olympics.
Okay, Dermot?
I'm actually going to go with Coover, the 84 Olympics.
Right. Actually, it was Torval and Dean at the Winter Olympics. Was the most televised event of the 1980s.
That's so weird. I was going to say that first, and I thought, no, that sounds crazy. But I think I might have heard the question somewhere. Sorry?
So you had half that right, because I said Tour de France, and you said Tour something.
Close enough, Aaron.
Yeah.
Right,
Tour
guys,
will indeed, so at least get half a point for that one.
Guys, I'm dropping out. I'm going to have to hit the sack, all right?
All right.
Fair enough.
Phil,
catch you.
Can I just say, I just want to say something. I want to big this man up. Phil has put a lot of work into what's going in tomorrow. So big up, Phil.
Yeah, lads, everybody in the chat, you got to know, Steve Perryman's going to be on the show tomorrow night. Now, any Tottenham fan needs to go and pay attention and watch what's going to happen tomorrow night. Because Steve Perryman is a legend, a god, a king. He's one of those names that I grew up on, that I only heard about on radio, so I couldn't get to watch it on TV. I was lucky if I got to see highlights with Perryman. I mean, this guy, he's up there with our Delays, Gaza, your Hoddles. he's a club legend. So I hope everybody who's in the chat and that joins in tomorrow night. Sorry, that was going to be my wind down, but
no worries.
Yep. Sorry, Phil. Can
I just say very quickly, Phil? Could you just, before you go, Phil, just quickly tell people how we're going to do the comments tomorrow, so everyone knows. Just very quickly.
Basically, if you have any questions for Steve Perryman, put them in. Obviously, put them in the notes. And what we'll do is we'll check through and pick out the questions that we're going to do. We'll kind of guessing that there'll be quite a few themes and stuff, so we will be sort of picking them up. But we won't be bringing up everyone's comments tomorrow, just because obviously there's a few of us on screen, and we don't want to. We want it to be about Steve Perryman and obviously everything that goes with him. But that's how we'll do it tomorrow. But please feel free to get your questions in whenever you want them.
We're doing that at the end, Phil, for the last half hour. We're going to bring questions on.
Yeah, they can drop their questions in all the way through. We'll all keep an eye on it.
Yeah. Well, Phil, thank you very much for everything you've done.
No worries, my man.
Apart from Cougar, but you have put a lot of work in. We spent about 4 hours this evening talking about stuff when I was washing up and tidying up, and Phil was cooking his dinner and things like that. So it was a lot of fun. But and Cougar's looking serious there.
Oh no,
I'm
just focused on this game. Want us to win.
Here you go.
See you. Aaron, I tell you, I love having you on. I really do. It's so great to have a fellow Irishman on here. It really is.
You can talk about the good old days, can't you? So.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, 1916.
Yeah. I tell you one thing. I tell you a good film. I tell people to watch The Commitments and the Snapper and not the Snapper. It's the Snapper. And
the Snapper. You got to
Yeah. The Van.
The Barrytown trilogy.
Yeah, I think The Van for me is the most funniest film. That little kid comes out the pub and he's trying to get ice cream. They don't sell ice cream. It's the most funniest part.
It's kind of like what's that thing, Mrs. Doyle, or what was that thing? That was it's
Father
like that, but in the
Father Ted, I mean.
But yeah, it's that kind of, it's the Barrytown trilogy written by Roddy Doyle. There were a trilogy of books that were made into movies. I don't know what came first, but look, I mean, if I watch them again now, I don't know if I'd enjoy them. So the way things sometimes don't age so well, but I might give them another watch, Dermot. I might have to give the Snapper or the Van another watch.
Yeah,
I can't do the Commitments again.
Oh no, the Commitments was good. Did you see?
I've seen that too many times.
Yeah.
You know what, Dermot? When the Commitments came out, I was good friends with a guy called Danny Hubbard, right? Yeah. Now Hubbard's family were casters in the movie business, right? And Dave Finnegan, the lad who played the drummer in the Commitments, remember the crazy lad, Nicky Wallace? That was his real name is Dave Finnegan. He played in the band. He ended up going out with my mate Hubbard's sister. So when the movie was released, they lived beside Lansdowne Road in one of those big red gaffs, right? When the movie was released at 4 a.m., we were all out of our nuts as teenagers, and Dave Finnegan goes, "Oh yeah, it's the premiere of my movie." Like, now it wasn't the exact premiere; it was the late night screening of the premiere night. So we all, me and Dave Finnegan and Danny Hubbard and his sister and all, we all went to the movie, and we were waiting outside to get into the next showing, and everyone was coming out going, "Oh my God, great headbutt! It's Dave Finnegan, Nicky Wallace," because he was the drummer and he'd done some mad headbutt. And I was like, "What am I in for here?" But that's my memory of the Commitments, man.
Yeah.
That and a lot of music I didn't like because I'm into punk and stuff like that.
It was a strange thing about the Commitments, because when the film came out, I remember saying somebody saying to me, "Oh, you got to watch this. It's brilliant." And I thought, this doesn't sound like something I want to watch. But I gave it a little go. After about 10 minutes, I was completely hooked on it, like you are when you watch it. And at the end of it, I just thought, you know what? That is one of the best movies I've ever watched. Just so
I think it's a silly sense of humor. I think it's just a silly kind of
brilliant. Such a good movie.
I don't know if you agree, Aaron, but I think it was proper Dublin humour, wasn't it? It really was proper Dubs.
It's silly
really
but clever humour.
Yeah.
You know, like it sounds stupid, but there's a lot of wit behind our stupid humour, which I don't know if everybody from overseas understands. But we're quite sarcastic people, but in a very subtle way. And I think that movie maybe portrayed a lot of the subtleties. By the way, my brother and sister, my elder brother and sister, who were living overseas at the time, were really offended by that movie, that it portrayed Dublin in such a negative way. But yeah, I don't have those hang-ups.
Yeah. Anyway. But another good film as well that I've recorded and I've watched before with my wife is Veronica Geary. That's a brilliant movie. It really
What's it called?
The journalist who got shot. Do you remember?
Veronica Geary.
Yeah. Kate Blanchett plays her.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely brilliant film. That really is a brilliant film. Then of course you've got Angela's Ashes, another great film as well. So we've come out with some pretty good films over the years.
The Wind That Shakes the Bird is a nice movie as well.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Cillian Murphy.
Oh, he was brilliant in that. He was brilliant in Peaky Blinders as well.
He was.
I probably said to you before, like his son Malachy and my nephew Carl grew up together. So my sister, I haven't met Cillian, but my sister, my mum, and like he used to pop into my sister's house every Sunday morning with his kid and drop him over, and they'd have coffee together and all that, him and my sister. So I've been at my sister for the last few years since Peaky Blinders started to get me a flat cap. And I was watching a documentary last night that said Cillian Murphy gave, it was somebody, not De Niro, no, it was some huge actor a flat cap, or someone really famous, right, a flat cap as a gift for a Christmas present. I was like, and there's me trying to scrounge a fucking flat cap out of Cillian Murphy from my sister. And this guy's giving them away as like presents to royalty, you know. So yeah, I never got me flat cap. But
I hope Dave Harris is getting royalty off Cillian Murphy for the fat clap.
He brought it back, man.
Yeah, he
although I have to say, I used to wear a flat cap when I lived in Japan about 10 years ago. But anyway.
Yeah, well, hope Dave you're getting them royalties off him because you started it. So I actually got stopped in Gory the other week. He says, "You're off that Irishman's," he says, "Tottenham channel." He says, "I've seen you on there." First time I've got stopped in Gory.
Are you serious, man? If that ever happens to me, man, I'll be quitting all the channels. I don't ever want to be recognised. I'm out in bail at the moment, for fuck's sake. I don't want to be recognised.
Oh, jeez.
Moving on.
Moving on very quickly. Coop, should we get some of these things going? Read some of these what people have written in the comments.
Absolutely.
Because you've been very quiet for too long, Coover.
I've been watching the football,
Garrison.
actually, to be honest, mate. It's not often we win at Anfield, so I was enjoying this one.
I missed the goal. Was it Paul Stewart scored it from outside the box, or who scored it?
2 goals from Teddy Sheringham.
Hang on, this isn't the game I'm thinking of. I thought we were thinking of the 1-0 win at Anfield.
No, it's a 2-1.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, different game. All right.
We did a couple of 1-0s in the mid '80s. Garth Crooks getting a winner in both games.
Gareth Brooks. At least you didn't say Gareth Brooks this time.
I'm sure I didn't last time. In fact, I'm sure I watched it.
Nah, just winding you up, man. It's probably just bad sound. My headphones, man.
Right, let's get some of these in, Keith.
Okay, Shamadel. Yeah, that's a new pop star, Shamadel.
It is, yeah.
Shamu sent Teledel, we said hi, Phil. Too late now, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
Shamu's real name is Stefan, and he's a great bloke. I chat to him all the time, off the chats, and good guitars. He's got the most beautiful cat in the world, Bon, named after Bon Scott from AC/DC, and Bon's got his own Instagram channel. So yeah, don't bother checking out Shamu's Instagram. Just go check out Bon the cat. Yeah,
damn right. Yeah, we're big cat lovers in this house as well. So always good there. Shamu saying, who needs Perryman when we have Dermot and Coover? Yeah, well, probably we do. Otherwise, we haven't got much of a show tomorrow.
That's true.
Shamu saying,
Shamu, sorry, Shamu. Sorry, man.
Know any mask makers, Ben, who can do a fiend mask? think
saying,
that's
see you, Phil.
interesting. See if Phil.
Shamu's into wrestling, so he loves his masks. Yeah.
Ben saying there's a guy in the States that makes them somewhere. I cannot remember if I do, I'll let you know. Fair enough. Is that the wrestlers' masks, the really scary ones that? Oh yeah, I've got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the WWE shop plastic ones are arse, Ben. Fair enough.
If you want to make Shamu happy, send him one of those Mexican wrestlers' hats. You know, the full latex. You've got another one of those spam bots in.
Yeah, no problem.
We'll find him.
Hey, if you want to make me a mod, by the way, I do mod for Bob Spurs, and for Josh on this 24 hours thing. So if you need one tomorrow night for Perryman, let me know.
When we finish, can you stay on while we finish the stream, because we need to talk to you afterwards. So don't go anywhere.
Yeah, no problem.
Stay where you are.
No problem.
Stay where you are.
Yeah, no problem.
Or put your email address in the private chat or something like that, mate.
You can just have it. It's aarondove@gmail.com, man. Same name at Gmail.
Because we'll sort that out tonight. Because we're looking for. I think Brian's doing it as well, isn't he? We need a couple of mods.
He said he would. We'll see with Brian. I don't know how tired out he's going to be. Oh, he's going to come.
But definitely, Aaron, we'll take you up on that, brother. We'll take you on that. Thank you, sir.
You're 5:30, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I can do that.
Shamu's up. Ben Coffin saying there's an actual guy that makes the masks there on Etsy as well. Talking to Shamu. Shamu returned to Twitter is awesome. He tweets buzzy shit and I always see what he's up to. Ben saying he's just finishing a horror movie, then he'll be back in the ring. Oof, legit. What was that?
Right.
Okay.
Here we go.
Movie you need to watch is The Infidel, Omid Djali. Oh, is he the sort of plump Persian stand-up? I think.
Yeah,
I think I know the one. Balding head. He's quite funny actually. Yeah. Ben saying Garrison Taylor's Aaron Duff. Garrison.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, thanks, Ben.
I'm heading off now, lads. Night, Shamu. Cheers for joining us.
He says coys, and
leave the eight. Yeah.
Definitely.
Big up Shamu, says John Fitzpatrick. And Spurs 72. Big up, mate. There's a program on Acorn TV called The Republic of Doyle. Have you guys ever heard of it?
It's an Australian show, isn't it? I've heard of it. I never watched it.
No, I haven't watched it. I have heard of it.
Don't know that one. Can you expose my real name? I don't think he's too bothered. Oh, he's not bothered. There you go.
It's fine. And then
Ricky Villa, GHSC, you will be getting a lot of emails soon about Ukrainian brides, Aaron.
Yeah, that's why I gave him the middle finger, man. Yeah, I already do, Ricky. I don't know why. Must be all those unsavoury websites that I accidentally click on.
And I always get, apparently, according to Google, I have all these beautiful Russian women that live right by me.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, me too, man. We're spoiled, I know.
I'm saying nothing.
I've got a lot of Nigerian princes too, man. I'm flush.
Yeah. They also live right by me as well. It's amazing. Like literally the next road. Oh, couldn't believe it.
Crazy, because I live in a shithole, man. It's mad. But anyway.
Ben Kaufman saying the only thing that stops The Infidel being the perfect Ben Kaufman film is that it's written by David Baddiel. Right, mate.
No, fuck that, man. Don't mention David Baddiel.
You should, if you'd kept that hidden, I would have watched it, but no, done, mate.
Ben, I'm very disappointed.
Like if there's any two words that piss me off the most when it comes to Tottenham, it's David Baddiel.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely fucked off with that guy. Yeah, okay, all right, I just did. Yeah, sorry, I should have asked permission first.
That's right, you're right, mate. Oh dear. Sorry, Ben.
Boys, I'm going to have to pop off as well, but you got the email if you need me to mod. If not, you can get me via Brian Daigle, on WhatsApp. Yeah. Just tell Brian I said it's okay. He can share my contact details with you. So, no problem. So I should be home tomorrow evening if you need a mod. But listen, it's a pleasure as always to be on, and yeah. So chat to you tomorrow
Aaron,
Well,
thank
or
you very
today,
much for
as
coming on.
it's
Today,
already
yeah.
tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, today, yeah.
Indeed.
Well, listen, keep safe, Aaron, and thank you very much indeed for coming on.
You too, boys. I'm getting my I'm getting my booster next week, so I can go back to a bit of normality again.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I've got mine already. I got mine about a month and a half ago.
Really?
So, yeah.
Must be because the population of Dublin, maybe it's a little bit slower to roll out or something.
I got mine because of underlying health issues, so that's why I got mine.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I got mine. So,
cool.
It doesn't do anything to you, but.
No, it doesn't. And big up to everybody in the chat there, to Jens, to Stefan, to Ben, to Catman. Yeah, big up to everybody, and yeah. Boys, see you all tomorrow, yeah, or later.
See you later, Aaron. Thank you.
Later, Aaron. Always a pleasure, mate.
It is. It is absolute legend to have on the show. Absolute legend.
Yeah, well, comments are flying past. How long are we done on the match? Can't be too.
With them now, Coof.
What's going on? We can't be up. We can't possibly be that efficient. Have you just missed out a massive block of people?
No, I was doing this to them while everyone was talking.
Yeah, fair enough. We're getting too many comments in. Apologies if we didn't get around to everybody's comments.
Sorry, I do apologise.
Conversations start flying, don't they, mate?
Yeah, we're new at this. We're only amateurs, you know.
Indeed.
We've only been going 6 weeks. Ben's
now saying
right.
it's the only movie I've almost passed out laughing. There's also a Tottenham reference every 5 minutes. Is there really? Oh, go on, man. I might just have to give it a watch now. It's been bigged up too much.
I think we might have to call this a show because I haven't had my dinner yet. So I'm quite hungry.
You haven't had any dinner yet either. Shall I have a peek at how long's left on the match?
Yeah.
How many people do we still have watching? Quite a few people watching
We've still got 14 people watching.
We should. Let's just have a quick peek there. Oh, we've got just a couple of minutes, Dermot.
Alright. Well, thank you for everyone that's watched us. We'll delete what I just said, comments just
now. John Fitzpatrick saying, yesterday in Sydney, a man in his 20s died from COVID, was fully vaccinated with no underlying conditions.
Jesus,
wow. That is actually quite shocking still, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. Ben Kaufman saying the Catman Jess, someone actually told me to be quiet. Don't understand why. Any Jewish humour. So don't understand any Jewish humour. So everything went over their head. There's some strange little quirks with between regions, dialects, religions, races. There's all that little differences, subtleties all around the world. Depends who.
John Fitzpatrick saying makes me worry, boys. It does, mate.
Yeah,
mate,
it's still very much a real thing, isn't it?
Yeah, we send our condolences from everyone here to that man's family, and may God look after him at this sad time. But it does. It's such a real thing. I mean, we had 23,000 new cases here today, which is quite a lot.
It is. It is.
But the football still goes on.
Oddly enough, it does. And we're carrying on even when we're missing players. So that didn't affect us much last night, did it? Let's not go into that again.
That's why I'm triple vaccinated.
Even that, you can cut down the risk a bit, but well, you got to get it if you can. There's no point shying away from it. Some people just can't get vaccinated. That is the way. I mean, Ben says himself, it's up to people. It should be their choice at the end of the day. Because sorry, go on, Dermot.
Can I ask the chat? Is my laptop quieter because I've done some maintenance? So just
you're quieter in general, mate.
Am I?
Yeah, can hear you, but you're a lot quieter than normal.
God, these fucking Russian brides again.
Let's just get rid of another. Oh, no, I've got them blocked. Okay. There we go. Ahmed Giali's explanation of being Jewish. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Ricky saying, I can't keep count over here. Back on the train to work next week. Wasn't able to get back over to England for Christmas. I wish this crap would end. I think everybody's sick of it. Everybody's sick of sickness, basically.
I love this one from...
Yeah, Catman Jess, the airport is still running Dermot, but we can still hear you.
Hang on, I'm just letting the plane take off to go to Tokyo. Hang on, it's just take off. Right, it's gone. That's all right. Sorry, checkpoint Charlie is gone.
Ben Kaufman, 1 chicken soup, 2 big nose, 3 supports Tottenham. Yeah, that's the explanation of being Jewish. So I'm assuming.
Like a security cam, this doesn't it? It just zooms in on somebody. Watch that man in a white shirt. Watch that man in a white shirt. Make sure he doesn't leave the stadium. Make sure he doesn't leave the stadium. And then Catman Chelsea, on that one.
Oh, no, it's the end of the match.
Yeah.
A couple of goals from Teddy Sheringham.
I cut a game off the other night before we lifted the trophy, and I got told off.
We had a not particularly great game. No. Spurs winning the 1982 FA Cup final against QPR in a replay, and the match itself was totally uninspiring. But we did get to win a trophy. And Dermot, being Dermot, decides to cut it off before we actually saw us lift the trophy, which made the rest of it pointless.
Shall we actually get through with the Spurs news? Because we never did it this morning, did we?
Go on, then. Let's have it, mate.
Yeah. Right. We've got here our previously postponed away Premiership has league fixture against Leicester has been rescheduled. And I think that's in between Liverpool and Arsenal, if I'm right in saying so.
Yeah, it's something like that, isn't it? It's just when we need it.
Yeah.
If you're going to pick a sort of schedule to mess us up for having any chance of top 4, I think they've done it.
Stay safe, all John Fitzpatrick. Looking forward to the show tomorrow. I know we can't wait. And then Ben's here. To John Fitzpatrick. That's
why I'm bloody careful. I don't leave the house for 4 months under orders, so I'm going to be absolutely strict. Yeah, fair play, mate.
There was a bit of news today that I found out, which really shocked me, and I just don't know why they're doing this, but there must be a reason. Where is it again now? There, here we go. Former Tottenham player Danny Rose will never play for Watford again and will leave the club this window. That's a bit drastic.
There's got to be some sort of attitude problem, it sounds like.
Well, you never had that. Well, yeah, Danny Rose did that at Tottenham, didn't he? He thought he was going to Barcelona, Real Madrid, Juventus. Where did he end up going to?
Yeah. It's a shame because he was so good for us at one point, and then somebody was saying it the other day. Isn't it shocking to think he was in the Champions League final a couple of seasons ago? Weird that.
Antonio Conte has been nominated for December's Premier League Managers of the Month.
Yeah.
So, and why we're doing these now, my headset packed up this morning. That's why I dropped out for the morning show. So I couldn't hear the lads, and the lads couldn't hear me, so there was no point. So that's why we're doing the news now, which we normally do in the morning. So I do apologise.
You're getting harder and harder to hear, actually, Dermot, for me anyway. Maybe can you get the mic closer a bit?
How's that? Is that okay?
No, that's a little bit too much. That's creepy now. Unless you put it up a little bit and you've got a bit of an Adolf thing going on. No, we won't go there. Not Adolf Mouse.
I'm probably speaking a bit lower because it is. Anyway, Tottenham are not interested in signing Coutinho. Thoughts on that?
It was never going to happen. I have to pay actual wages for him, so that's going to be out of Levy's budget.
A bit of non-Tottenham news. The executive vice chairman of Man United, Ed Woodward, has left the club. This was all this morning, so I apologise.
That's making fans happy, though, isn't it? United fans don't want that. Bring it back.
Anyway, Hugo last night said, again, the feeling after the first half was that there was too much lack of aggression. If you compare both teams, they're much advanced of us in terms of aggression and wanting to play. I would agree with that. I really would.
Absolutely. Should have been going at them like mad dogs from the off, and it was so passive.
Luca's goal against Norwich has been nominated for December's Premier League Goal of the Month.
Yeah, that was an absolute banger.
A little bit of news on Christian Eriksen has been training at the 30th Swiss club FC.
Mm-hmm.
And Eriksen, that's about Eriksen. Then join us tonight. That's it. That's all the Spurs needs.
I think Eriksen could do a really good job for somebody, but insurance costs will be astronomical, surely.
It will. It really will. We've got a few comments here. Do you want to read these out here from Ben?
Ben saying Danny Rose leaked all this news from the camp of the Sun. The man is toxic. Yeah, it's sounding that way, isn't it? Such a shame. Ben Coffin, brilliant footballer on his day, but thrown it away. How many times have we seen that with players? He speaks his mind, refreshing in this day of plastic footballers.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that too.
What for Danny Rose?
Yeah, speaking his mind.
Sometimes you've got to sort of have a bit of diplomacy as well, though, haven't you?
There is one more comment I want to get on, and it's about Ben Kaufman's push for presidency in 2024. Ben, if you're running, can you let us all know? Just one more topic I want to talk to you about, Coover. It's about statues outside the stadium. Now, we need to get this petition going. We really do. So we need to start plugging other channels. If you're talking to them, put hashtag whatever.
Well, no, I mean, if we're really going to do it, we just actually got to start the petition, mate.
Yeah, that's what we will do.
Yeah, we've got plans at the moment, but we'll have to work on it soon after Mr. Perryman's been on, I think.
Yeah, there should be a statue for him and all.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, Steve Perryman tomorrow, it's going to be a massive show for us. Can't wait. Really can't wait for Skip coming on. And a perfect gentleman as well. Absolute lovely. Yeah.
Real ambassador.
Yeah, it is. Shame he couldn't bring Ozzy with him.
Well, shame couldn't bring all of them with him. Imagine the studio then.
Oh,
we'd just log off, let them talk amongst themselves. It would be great.
Can you imagine Ozzy, Glenn Hoddle, and Skipper?
I think if we saw Ozzy Ardiles, you'd want to see Ricky Villa with him as well at the same time, wouldn't you? That would be brilliant.
I just wanted to do a poll for a couple of minutes. Who's your favourite, apart from Steve Perryman, who also was your favourite 80s player?
For me?
Yeah.
Well, Graham Roberts, definitely.
Mine was Mickey Hazard.
Love Mickey Hazard too. Love Glenn Hoddle.
I had two players. Steve Perryman was my all-time hero. I only cried twice when two Tottenham players left. That was Steve Perryman and Mickey Hazard. And I cried with joy when Mickey come back and Ozzy brought him back to us again. But,
a few other good shouts coming up as well. Any of these players basically from the 80s, isn't it? Gary Mabbott. I really like Paul Allen as well. I loved his work ethic. It was fantastic. Tony Galvin, fantastic on the wing. Crooks, Archibald. You know, you name it. Chrissy Houghton, Paul Miller. What a rugged defender he was.
If one of them Tottenham squad today had an ounce of what they had back in the 80s, we'd be a far better side.
It was a beautiful blend of skill, attacking endeavour and real grit back with that early 80s side. It was just fantastic.
It was a shame we never won the league. Steve Perryman never won the league.
Yeah. In a way, we're sort of victims of our own success. We're doing so well in the cups each season that league form fell away a bit. I mean, injuries and things paying their tolls.
It really did. right, we're going to end it there. Although we are 10 minutes off 2 hours. I don't know if you want to do the final 10 minutes on something, do you?
Nah, we're all right. It seems a natural time to wrap it up, doesn't it, mate?
Does. Listen, I want to thank everyone who's got in touch. There's still 11 people watching. I still can't believe it's half 12. 20 to 1. Do you people have got no work to go to tomorrow?
Absolutely. Well, there's people all over the world, isn't there?
Yeah.
Lot of people tuning in at this time of night as well. Yeah, cheers, Rick. Keep saying Ricky V over that.
But listen, thank you for everyone who's tuned in this morning, and go on, Cougar. Tell them what's on tomorrow at 5:30.
Well, it's there at the bottom of the screen, isn't it? Whoops, that way sort of thing. We're going to have the absolute legendary club skipper, Steve Perryman. He's going to be joining us at 5:30 tomorrow, and we're going to have a watch back of his extended highlights of his favourite Spurs game. Obviously featuring himself heavily. He'll have a little talk through on that because apparently he's promised us there's an awful lot more going on in that game than we'd think. So I'm really intrigued to find out what that's all going to be about. So we'll be firing a few questions towards Steve, and he'll be bigging up his new book. Well, shall we? We'll have a talk about that, and then we'll be looking through the questions, any questions people have in the comments section. We're going to highlight a few of the best ones, and then we'll see what time's like towards the end of the show, and then we'll sift through what we think some of the best questions amongst them, and rule out any sort of duplicates and things like that, along with some of our own questions as well. And
I've got a good one to start them all off with. This is a question I've always wanted to know. This one here, just read this one here from Catman Jess.
Oh, can't wait. I wish I was alive to see the 80s team. That's why I love this channel. Channel 2. Big up to you guys and Duck Jive. Absolutely. Yes, and thank you again to Duck Jive as well.
Yeah, big up. There was something Dave Harris said tonight about him with his channel. We could not do this channel without you guys. All 200 and something subscribers. So look, we want to get to 300. Let's get to 300 before the start of February. But tomorrow night we're on at 5:30 with a great Steve Perryman, the skipper. So
I just spotted something here as well. John Fitzpatrick, he said, didn't Paul Walsh play for Charlton before Spurs? No, he was at Liverpool, and before that it was Luton, as Ricky just pointed out here. And Catman Gesture. Oh, we did that one.
So I've got to put up Kuva's little new logo for us. I think it's fantastic.
It's the best 7 or 8 minutes in MS Paint you will ever find. I deliberately drew a chicken badly, just for laughs, and Dermot loves it. Put an Irish flag on anything, he loves it. It just goes to show that, really, doesn't it?
It does. I know I've got one word I've got to say. It's the most famous word you'll hear ever in the world. Is you'll always, never, ever.
You'll always beat the Irish. Come on, Dermot, you nearly managed it. You'll always beat the Irish. Is that it?
Never.
You'll always beat the Irish. Yeah, you'll never beat the English. That's right.
Leave the out.
Cheers all.
But also, you'll never beat the Irish.